Hey everyone, so I know it's been a while since my last video, but I first thing I want to say is just thank you so much for the views, the comments, and the likes from my birthday video. I greatly appreciate that. I know I've been kind of quiet for the past couple of months, and that's because I kind of got in my head about it. I was like so overwhelmed with, I think it was like 4,000, 5,000 or so views that I was like, okay, the next video I put out, hopefully it's going to be the same, I don't want to say quality, but I guess the same quality or even better. And I just got into my head about it. And I wanted to be true to I wanted to be true to my, I wanted to be true to myself and post the next video I had planned, which was to read, or which was like what I read the week of Thanksgiving, but I spent Thanksgiving with my grandma, so I didn't really get to read that much. And that's okay. I still wanted to show you the clips I gathered, even though it was like, very little clips of it. And yeah, it was a ball though, spending time with my grandma, and actually my boyfriend joined me with that too. So lots of fun there, lots of memories made, and I wouldn't change it for anything. But I do want to unbox a box that my grandma sent me. So one of the things that we agreed on for my birthday this year, or it's now 2025, so last year was she was going to send me a box of Stephen King books, and I think there's another author that she likes, and just books that she thinks that I would like just for my birthday. And so yeah, I wanted to unbox it for you guys and just kind of get me used to being in front of a camera again and getting used to my DJI as well. So I'm still trying to figure out what my style of recording is, but I think that's the beauty about, being a small YouTuber. So yeah. Before we get started with the box, two things. One, I just want to say if I sound a little congested, I'm almost recovering from a cold. So just kind of bear with me with that. But two, I wanted to kind of do like a current read and like a bookmark showing maybe in my videos. I don't know if you guys would like that or not, but I always thought that was kind of cute seeing it on Instagram. So I figured why not. And what I'm currently reading is A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dabos. I think we'll go with that. And yeah, so I already started this book a few days ago, but I'm about halfway done. And I don't know, or not that I don't know, but like I really wanted to read something kind of wintry. And when I saw the book, I remembered I got this during my birthday. So I was like, oh yeah, of course we're gonna get started on this. So since I'm in like a bit of a, a book buying, I think I called it a hibernation in one of my comments. So I want to get through as much books as I can before May time frame, before I definitely start buying like, a particular book during that time. So that's what I'm gonna do. So right now I'm reading this book right now, and I want to show you the bookmark because I'm pretty sure every book reader finds like a bookmark and they use it for the theme of the book. So when I saw the cover of this book, it was giving like Howl's Moving Castle vibes. You kind of see like a bunch of like architecture on top of the spiral and stuff like that. So I went with this, I think it's a Monet bookmark thing I got from Amazon. And so I saw this little castle, I think it's castle, but basically, you see like the white and you see like the structure of like the building and stuff. And I thought, you know what? I think that kind of matches with the theme. Not really. It doesn't match with the theme of the book, but I think when you look at it, you're thinking, oh yeah, I can kind of put two and two together. So we're sticking with it. I'm like over halfway done with the book, so hopefully I can finish the rest maybe by the end of the week. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with by the end of the week. So yeah, I would say if I could describe the current book in like one sentence right now, or maybe one word, is whimsical. Yeah, definitely getting Howl's Moving Castle vibes. I got another vibe from this book, but I kind of forgot. Oh, how? If I had to describe this book in one word so far, I would definitely say whimsical. I'm definitely getting Howl's Moving Castle, a little bit of Wicked, just a little bit. I don't want to overgeneralize too much, but a little bit of Wicked. It is a young adult fantasy book, and so far I have been enjoying that genre. It does have some adult content in here, even though it is a YA book, just so like forewarning. So it was a surprise to read some of that there. It's not like too graphic or anything, it's just that they allude enough to where you're like, okay, I see what's going on. Now we can get started. So I think I have about a dozen books in here. Most of them are Stephen King. I'm just gonna let you guys know that right now, just because when I was growing up and I visited her during the summer, I always saw that in her bookshelf. So I was just like, yeah, let's get me some Stephen King books. The first book I got is Salem's Lot by Stephen King. And the cool thing about getting these books from my grandma's bookshelf is the fact that they're really old copies of it. So yeah, I figured why not? I don't know much of the content of it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's a very popular book of his, so I figured let's just put it in the bookshelf. And hopefully, maybe in October time frame, I should be able to read this. All right, the next book. So I wanted to do a correction of one of my videos I posted last year. I said I never read a Stephen King book. That was false. So this was my first Stephen King book. I read this in high school, middle school time frame, I want to say. And yeah, it was good. It's just, I never realized this book was connected to the Mr. Mercedes series, and I never reached out to you know, get the other copies or whatever. So yeah, but Finders Keepers by Stephen King. This one was my first one, and yeah, I liked it. I might reread it again, or maybe after I finally find the Mr. Mercedes series, then I'll read this one again. But basically, in a very poorly summarized way or fashion, kid finds a manuscript of famous author, I think, that died, and the manuscript is like the last book or the answers to the last book he made or whatever. And I want to say a criminal gets out of jail or something like that, and he's also a big fan of that author, and so it's a bit of a cat and mouse chase between the criminal and the kid that found the manuscript, I think. So yeah, that was Finders Keepers by Stephen King. The next book is Gerald's Game by Stephen King, and again, this is a really cool old cover. I like how subtle it is too. Like, you kind of get a little bit of the horror and the suspense, and all you see is just like the bed and the handcuffs. And then again, older cover because you just see, you know, the picture of the author on the back. I don't know if hardcovers are still doing that nowadays, but I always thought this was kind of cool. This one, I know it's a movie. I never know what it's about. I think it was like a couple that gone wrong or something like that. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one for sure. Another one is an older copy again, like Salem's Lot. This one is The Shining. Yeah, shocker. Never read this book either. I haven't even seen the movie, to be quite honest with you, but I know this is definitely like what got him. I think this is the one that got him famous, if I remember correctly. But I want to see what it's about. I don't know when. I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys. Maybe I can make a follow-up. I don't know when. I'm gonna be quite honest. I don't know how like people do it when they're like, oh, I'll make a video about this, and then they do it like right then and there. I always admire that. But hopefully within this year or maybe next year, I could do like a follow-up video about reading like a bunch of Stephen King books, or reading my grandma's books in particular, and we'll let you guys know. I also like how the book looks inside too, like from this copy. I don't know, it's just, it looks kind of, to me it looks a little bit bold, but I like how it looks that way. It's giving, again, like manuscript vibes. So I'm here for it. Next we got Misery, again, older copy. You see, you know, the crazy lady with the hatchet in the shadow, and then the poor, I think that's a guy. The poor guy in the wheelchair. And again, so yeah. Oh, and quick summary about this one. So to be quite honest with you, the only reason I got this book was because I saw a recent vlog of another booktuber reading this book. The way she reacted with this book, I was like, oh yeah, I have to get it. But then I remembered, oh yeah, my grandma has this book, so let me get it for free instead of going out of my way to buy it from Barnes & Nobles. So here we are. Crazy fan wants another book to a series, so she captures the author, and yeah, we're just gonna see whether or not he escapes or not. Look, that's low-key a mood, I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the same time, like, no, just no. But yeah, so Misery. And then we have Pet Sematary, again, Stephen King. I haven't watched the movie. All I know is I think it's dead pets come to life. And I'm going by these books really fast just because I'm sure everyone knows about it. But I do want to show the cover for it though, because I don't know what the new cover looks like, but I know it's definitely not this. So yeah, Pet Sematary. The next two, I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I don't know what it's about. Didn't really care. When I was younger, I saw these books on my grandma's bookshelves whenever I went to visit her, and I told myself if I had the chance, I would take it. So here we are, This is strictly for little Serena out there. So the next book is Dreamcatcher. And again, as a kid, I was like, oh, look at the deer, look at the little fox. You know, it's giving winter vibes. So that's that. I know it's pretty thick though. I'm pretty sure when I was younger, I could probably be like, oh, I'll finish this in like, 3 or 4 days. I think this is 700 pages. I feel like I've gotten really good at like guessing the pages. 617. So yeah, so 600 pages. This probably will take me, I would say, a week or two to finish it, but it also depends because I realize I am a mood reader. So I would like to say it will take me 2 weeks to finish it, but maybe it might take me 2 months. Who knows? So Dreamcatcher. Also, let me know if these books are good or if you guys like these books. If not, also tell me that too. Like, I would love to see like how different people's opinions are about books, and like that's the whole point of it too. One book you can love so much, give it your 5 or 6 star read, and the same book I or someone else can be like, absolutely not. Like, you couldn't pay me to read it again. I don't know, I feel like that's the fun part about being in a book community, but obviously it has to be done right though. So the last Stephen King book I got, again, little Serena wanted this, so I got it. Who am I to deny her? Dumaki? Yeah, Dumaki. Again, like, look at the colors. It's giving beach, but also like what I like, and I just realized right now. So right here, you got like a nice little sunset type of deal. So I'm thinking it's like a nice beach read, but then we got the storm in the front page right here. So I'm expecting a lot of mystery, thriller aspect for it. It's kind of giving, goodness, what's that movie called? Old. The movie where the people came into the beach and they all started getting old really fast. That's what this is giving. So again, I don't know anything about this book. I just like the cover. So we'll see if I read it. Yeah. Okay. So we have 3 more books left. And so the next 2 books are from the same author, Dean Koontz. I'm not sure. Well, from Dean. And they are called From the Corner of His Eye. Again, older copy because you just see his picture in the back. And By the Light of the Moon. So I don't really read horror/thriller books that often. I feel like horror, I never really tried it. So this is a good way to try it, I think. But thriller, I'm picky with my thriller books. We're going to go on a quick tangent. You guys don't mind, right? Okay. So when it comes to thriller books, for me, I feel like it's a little bit too formulaic nowadays. And again, I could be wrong. I don't really read that much thrillers. The last one I read was like A Silent Patient. So that shows you where my expectations are. But I feel like it's a little bit formulaic where the twist and the ending, I feel like too much is at stake for it. I feel like if one is good and the other isn't good, I feel like that throws me off personally. Or if the whole book is based off of the one twist, right? And let's say it happens right at the end. I don't know, I feel like it's so vague, but I think I have to sit down more and process my feelings about thrillers in order to like truly communicate it to you guys. But I feel like it's just a little too formulaic nowadays. I want to get back into thrillers, or I want to be a thriller girly. But I feel like I'm a little bit scared to be disappointed, I suppose. Like, I know Frida McFadden, but the person who made like the inmate, the teacher, the boyfriend, I don't know if it's called the series, but that's what I'm thinking of. But I know she's like, top of thriller right now, and I want to read her, but I'm scared that it's going to be like not another, but I feel like it's going to be like a Colleen thing. And you know what? I'm going to stop myself there. Yeah, I'm going to stop myself there. Okay, we're done with that. Anywho, going back into the subject, Dean. Yeah, I never read his books before. I like how it's like the contrast though. So I'm going to quickly read these 2 because I never heard of this author until my Nana told me about him. And By the Light of the Moon, we're going to quickly skim this one because, again, this is an older copy. So I feel like the little prompt where you're supposed to read, instead of it starting up here like normal, it starts like here and then the rest of the other page. So that's going to be a while. Basically, the main character, Dylan, he gets kidnapped and they injected some type of substance onto him and basically told him to run and they're going to catch him. So they like force the cat mouse chase game on him. And he has an autistic brother as well. I think his name is Seb. And they meet this girl named, I think, Jillian. And she's like a comedian. She also has substance as well within her. And so they all have to run away from these guys that like injected them with something. And then they also, and this is me predicting, I think they have some type of psychic ability to help out with crimes and stuff like that before the crime occurs. So it seems like a lot is happening within the next maybe 24 hours or something like that. So it seems very high suspense, high intense, whatever it is. It seems pretty high up there. So yeah. So, okay, this one sounds pretty good. I'm not going to lie. And then I'm also going to read or skim from the corner of his eyes real quick. So just un momento. Okay, so this one has a trigger warning. Just going to let you guys know right now. But basically, what's his name again? Bartholomew. Okay, nothing wrong with Bartholomew. I'm just thinking about, what's that guy's name? Bertolt, yeah, from Attack on Titan. Okay, anywho. So Bartholomew, he was born with these like really special eyes, but he had them removed at the age of 3 due to cancer. And at 13, he regains them back. Not sure why. But on the same day, there's a guy who is threatened by Bartholomew's existence, essentially. And so this guy devotes himself, but yeah, this guy basically devotes himself into tracking down Bartholomew and basically getting rid of him. I don't know exactly what is the tie between him and this man, but whatever. I mean, not whatever, but that's what it said. And then there's another girl in this, which again, trigger warning, essay. She also has some type of key role to play between the two guys. I'm not sure how or why, but yeah. So this one seems very suspenseful. I want to read one of the little praises thing. It says, People magazine has said Dean Koontz has the power to scare the daylights out of us. Okay. I'm going to be okay, so that's the expectation we got now. In this, perhaps the most thrilling, suspenseful, and emotionally powerful work of his critically acclaimed career, Koontz does that and far more. He has created a compulsive page turner that will have you at the edge of your seat, a narrative tour de force that will change the way you yourself look at the world. So yeah, and then the cover, I mean, it looks pretty intense, especially with the guy just like standing there in the tree. I'm guessing that's going to be the stalker guy. So yeah, or actually that's kind of cool because it's like okay, sorry, I'm here now, but like, you know, the corner of his, okay, we're here, all right. So yeah, so that's, oh wait, just one more book. The last book my grandma gave me was a cookbook. It literally just says basic microwaving, so I guess I'm gonna learn how to microwave food better. So yeah, you know, I can't complain because there's a bunch of buttons on there that I never use, and I guess this is a way for me to learn how to actually use it. So thanks, Nana. Think that's everything? No, it's not. I lied. One last thing, I was trying to look through her books to see if she still does it, and she does. Oh wait, okay, she kind of does it. So the importance as well of getting these books from my grandma is that she is, I think, one of the 4 people that helped create / like nurture my love of reading to how it is today. So one of the things she told me one summer when I was there and I was reading books is that she would put the date that she started on the book, and then the date that she finished on the end of the book. And so she didn't do it for this book for the end, but she did put when she started it, and that was, January 2nd, 2001. So I was like a little bit over a year old at that point. So that's kind of cool. Lastly, before I wrap up, obviously I don't want to just simply post this and then dip out again. My goal, keyword my goal, is once a month postings. I really want to post at least 12 videos, or not a month, 12 videos this year. So however that looks like, that's how it's going to be. I don't know about the date yet, or not date. I don't know about the days I'll be posting yet, but I do want to get better at recording, being in front of a camera, then editing in a timely fashion, and then obviously posting and, you know, getting all of those jitters out the way. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking through and just being patient with me as I learned how to, be better at this type of stuff. And let me know what stuff that you want to see more your way as we head down to this new year. And once again, Happy New Year, you guys. Take care and happy reading. Bye.